DSM Living with Wendy Wendt, Melanie Hall, and Sharon Rooney.
Good morning. Welcome to DSM Living. I'm Wendy Wendt. Well, have you ever wondered what goes on behind the scenes of horse racing? We're at Prairie Meadows Racetrack and Casino to get the inside scoop.
Today, we're making a sweet treat that's simple and easy and the kids will love. Cupcakes in a mug.
The downtown farmers market is a great way to spend a Saturday morning. You can eat and shop and eat some more.
We're here at West End Architectural Salvage. I'm going to do one of my all-time favorite projects, which is to make a homemade magnet.
Are you tired of the same old boring hamburgers and hot dogs on the grill? Well, we have your solution. The Grill Master is in the house.
Well, we're here today at the ARL. This place is beautiful. It's a brand new facility.
Coming up, we're heading to the Salisbury House. Now, the landscape and architecture is absolutely beautiful, but it's what's within its walls that's remarkable. Wow, Eric, being here at the Salisbury House, it's just such an amazing, breathtaking experience here.
It is. I get to do it every day, so it's like this is perfect. So,
can you tell me a little bit about the history?
I can actually. Salisbury House is a 42-room estate that was built in the 1920s by a gentleman named Carl Weeks and his wife Edith. And Carl was an Iowa-bred pharmacist and chemist who invented what we now call foundation. It was a combination of powder and cold cream. Yep, exactly. So the foundation of Salisbury House is indeed foundation that he actually produced with his company called the Armand Company.
Well, what room are we in here?
This is the Great Hall. So this actually would have been, when you walked into this room, the door that we came in was the Weeks front door at the time that they lived in the house. And you would have walked into the Great Hall, which is kind of the central. It's based on a traditional Old English Great Hall. The ceiling beams in this room are actually 16th century beams that were brought over from New Sarum, England, which is what we now call Salisbury. And the house itself is named after a home called King's House in Salisbury.
Now we're heading over to the common room.
The common room, correct.
All right, should we go?
We should.
So this is the common room.
This is the common room. So this is the room that Carl and Edith actually would have entertained in. So this was, there were banquets, there was music, this was kind of the party room, if you will, the public party room. The room itself is extraordinary. All of the wood paneling that you see in here is actually ancient English wood paneling that was brought over from homes that had been demolished in England.
What is your favorite piece of art, do you think, here?
I would say my favorite piece, and probably one of the more significant pieces in our collection, is a piece back here. This is Anthony van Dyck, who was a Flemish painter in the English court, and this is Cardinal Rivarola. And where the cardinal hangs, he actually looks out into the Great Hall, and he has such a baleful stare. So I always like, when you walk in the room, it's like, yes, you're having a party in here, but Cardinal is watching.
Well, I'm so excited to see the next room, the library. I think this one might be my favorite.
This is my personal favorite too, so I look forward to it.
Let's go.
All right.
Another amazing room. I'm sure Carl spent a lot of time in here.
This was a well-beloved room for Carl and Edith and the children. There was a kitchen and the dining room down the hall. They had sleigh bells that would summon them when dinner time came, but this was the place where they curled up with the books.
Well, Eric, tell us about the collections in here.
This is, and I don't exaggerate, I think one of the greatest underappreciated humanities resources in the upper Midwest, if not the United States, and I say that without a shred of hyperbole. Carl and Edith were collectors of rare books. They had refined and exquisite taste. We have a lot of antiquities, and then we have a lot of also early 20th century works, including some original hand-edited manuscripts by James Joyce, D.H. Lawrence, and others. So the breadth of what's in here is really profound.
Eric, we're now back in the Great Hall, and this is what I have a question about.
Okay.
Why is there a curtain covering this painting?
Well, this is actually one of the more important pieces of art in our collection. And Carl and Edith, when they actually had this work brought here in the 1920s, it's a 1925 painting, decided that it might be a little bit incongruous with the more classical art displayed in this room. So they actually did hang it with this curtain in front of it, and that's how they displayed it. So when they would bring people in, they could kind of do the big reveal. Now, if you come for our tours, you get the opportunity opportunity to get the big reveal and see it the way that Carl and Edith intended people to see this painting.
So if people want to take a tour, what's the best way to get the information?
Website's the best place to go. So salisburyhouse.org. We've got all the information about the different kind of tours we have, guided tours, self-guided tours, nooks and crannies tour.
Well, I want a tour with you, so I think
Very
I need
good.
to get a sneak peek.
Well,
Oh, I can't wait.
all right.
Oh my word. You need to come and see this. It's absolutely amazing.
Well, have you ever wondered what goes on behind the scenes of horse racing? We are here at Prairie Meadows Racetrack and Casino. You want some? And we're gonna go take a look around. Well, we've seen the horses on the raceway, but now's a chance to see them in the stables where they get to relax and enjoy life. And Steve, well, look, you got, what you doing over there?
Oh, just taking a break from inside office work.
Ah, nice. Well, I gotta say this stable is gorgeous. It's so meticulous in here. It's not at all what I've seen in typical stables. So,
Well, this
tell
is
me about this place.
we love coming back here. You know, so oftentimes we're stuck inside the casino. It's where you don't see a lot of sunshine. You come out here. This is really, in my opinion, the real fun place to be back here, where the horses are, where they live their daily lives, go through their routines, and basically hang out in preparation for the next training session or the next race.
So what all does it take to prepare for each race?
Well, you know, it's like anything else. If you go to a movie and see a movie in a theater, you see about 2 hours of work, but you have to realize that before that movie hit the screen, there was a lot of things going on behind the scenes, just like this. So, yeah, you've got a foal, 2 years old, they can start racing, but in the meantime, you've got to feed them, you've got vet bills and that sort of thing, and then when they finally get out to the age where they can start racing, they'll come out to Prairie Meadows and see how good they are.
Oh, that's awesome. Now, I'm in the corner of my eye, I'm seeing this little trail that's following around. It's like this little build-up mound of, what is this actually?
Kelly Von Hemmel, this is his barn. He does this hedgerow he's got, it keeps a little softer footing for the horses. So the trainer or the groom will walk the horse along here. They get to walk on the regular turf, and the horse gets a nice soft bedding to walk on.
You know, I'm thinking they have kind of a charmed life here.
You know, we had a
I think I need to move here.
You've been out here to talk about our hotel before. This
Yes.
is like a hotel for horses.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I don't know which is better. Okay, yeah, that hotel is pretty darn nice.
Yes, but they get up, they get breakfast in the morning, they get to go out and they get to exercise. By the time they come back, their beds are made, everything's all cleaned up, and they get groomed, just like going to a spa, really.
Steve, what kind of horses are actually racing right now?
Typically, quarter horses are considered the sprinters of racing. You know, they'll run the length of the stretch. The home stretch. Whereas the thoroughbreds, which we had earlier in the spring and then through most of the summer, are the long distance runners. They're the ones that run 6 furlongs or a mile, typically 3/4 of the track to the entire track. Oh. Here's the thing, you know, of course you can wager on horse racing, you always have, that's kind of the thing, but you can have just as much enjoyment because these are athletes, and to people to come out and watch them run, you know, at their peak performance levels. They're just very majestic, beautiful animals, and to see them run is worth coming out.
Now, if we want more information, maybe about the schedule or maybe to get a hotel and to come out here and watch the races, where can they get that information?
Just go to prairiemeadows.com. We've got the hotel link there, we've got the racing link, we've got all the information anybody needs to have a great time.
Awesome. Steve, I have to say I've had a thoroughbredly good time here today.
Oh, good
I don't
one.
know what to say about the quarter horses, so I got to think about that. Follow DSM Living on Facebook and Twitter to see behind-the-scenes photos and find out what events are going on in and around Des Moines.
Welcome to my kitchen. I don't know if your family has a sweet tooth, but we sure do. And today we're making a sweet treat that's simple and easy and the kids will love. So we are making cupcakes
In a mug.
in a mug. Cupcakes in a mug. Are you guys ready to get started?
Yeah.
Okay, so you just need a few things. First, you need just a chocolate or fudge cake mix and a 1-step angel food cake mix. And finally, this is what the kids love, semi-sweet chocolate chips. Yum, huh? Ooh, just a little bit, Hank. There you go. And then you need to have 1/3 cup, a couple little spoons, a bigger spoon, and some mugs to get started. So first, we're gonna combine the chocolate cake mix with the angel food. So Marley, can you dump that in this bowl right here? There you go. Perfect. Woo. The next you need the chocolate chips. So Hank, do you want to dump them in the bowl? Or are you just gonna eat them, buddy? You're just gonna eat them? All right, Mama will dump them in the bowl. There we go. And then finally, you just need to stir it all together. Okay, so you just stir it together until all of the ingredients are pretty well combined. So I'm gonna set this aside for a second. And the great thing about it is it makes 18 servings and you can just store it in a Ziploc container. But another great thing is it makes a perfect gift. So my sister actually sent this to me, and every night we go and we just scoop a third a cup out. And you can dump it in your mug, Marley.
No, don't do it.
Okay, there you go. And another third a cup for Hank's mug. And then you just need to dump 3 tablespoons of water in there. Here are the spoons to go ahead and stir. So you can stir it. Can you stir it? So the kids can lick the spoon, and we're ready to put our mugs in the microwave. So you can put them in the microwave for about 60 to 70 seconds, and we'll see what happens. Smells good. All right, you guys. So you can either eat them out of the mug, but my kids like to add a little extra to make it taste even that much better. So should we go ahead and pop them out? It's almost like a little souffle. There you go. It's kind of hard to get it at that angle, isn't it? And just pop it out.
Pop it out.
And next, we like to add a little bit of vanilla ice cream. So you guys can go ahead and pour that on there. There you go. Oh, that looks so good, Hank. Can you get it out, Marley?
Yes,
oh,
I
yeah.
need it.
And finally, a little chocolate
Can
syrup
I do it?
to top it off. What do you think, buddy? It's so good. How about you, Marley?
Good.
Is it really good? I think this is a sweet treat your kids will enjoy. And make sure to go to dsmliving.com to get the recipe. Attack that, Marley.
Find us online at dsmliving.com to watch this week's episode, see other videos, and check out what's coming up on future shows.
Your garden is an investment, both in time and money. The number one reason we see gardens fail is the purchase of small, unreliable plants and poor plant advice. A successful garden starts with large, healthy plants and sound advice on planting and growing your plants. The Ted Lair Garden Center is knowledgeable and passionate about gardening. We do it right. Experience Iowa's most beautiful garden center, 5 minutes south of West Des Moines, just east of beautiful downtown Cumming. Shop local. Ted Lair Design Build & Garden Center, creating beautiful outdoor escapes by design.
I'm Mary Alice Hill, and this is my Chevy Volt.
It's great. I don't even pay attention to gas prices anymore because I don't have to fill up. I like the features, I like the performance, I like the torque of the electricity. You get immediate power from a stop.
It's an environmentally friendly vehicle. I feel like I'm driving the car from the future.
I love this car.
Your dealer for life, Carl Chevrolet.
Well, we're here today at the ARL with Tom Colvin, the Executive Director, and Stephanie Filer, PR Manager. You guys, I have to say, this place is beautiful. It's a brand new facility. Tell us a little bit about the ARL.
Well, Wendy, I tell you, we are a 501c3 nonprofit organization. We are the largest shelter in Iowa, and not only on physical size, but by the number of programs that we have throughout the Animal Rescue League that I think you're going to be covering a little bit later on.
Yes, we are, absolutely. Where do the animals that are here come from?
Well, currently, the Animal Rescue League is actually receiving about 18,500 animals a year. And that's done between basically 2 facilities, this facility and the Animal Care and Control Center, which is down in Des Moines. And they are basically coming from 67 Iowa counties, 10 states, that actually people are searching out the Animal Rescue League of Iowa as a place that they can bring animals to, or, you know, where once again we're involved in neglect cases all over the state of Iowa.
So Stephanie, you guys have all kinds of programs that you're going to talk to us about today.
We do. We have a ton of programs for all of the different areas of our business, but particularly for adoption, we really want to get more pets into homes is our goal. So we've created a variety of different programs to assist with that.
Well, great. I mean, can we check out some of the pets that are here today?
Absolutely. We'll take you around and show you the different ones that we have. We have a full house right now. Summer's a very busy time for us.
Yeah,
and
it seems like it's a busy place.
especially with getting warmer earlier, we've had a lot more pets, which is great. A lot of people are coming in and wanting to adopt even in the middle of the day.
Hey, that's a good thing for you guys, right?
Absolutely.
Oh. So what do we have here? What are we looking at here?
So these are some of the dogs that are available for adoption. They are waiting either in this row or the other row for people to just come in and fall in love. Take them home.
They're ready to go.
They're ready to go. They've been spayed, neutered, vaccinated. They'll get their microchip before they leave. And other than that, they're looking for their people. So people can come in here and give them a treat when they have all 4 paws on the ground, and if they're being quiet. And it shows them that people are kind, and also it's just a fun thing for the people to do. You can come in anytime and do that.
And so he's a terrier pit bull mix?
Yep.
Year and a half. Teens and above. So you kind of talk about what the dogs, it says teens and above, and then it's a female, the type of dog that it is, how old it is.
And that's really a recommendation based on either them being a little rambunctious, maybe could knock down kids, or maybe they are fearful, or maybe they couldn't handle a rowdy house. Right. But it is, everybody's different. Every dog's different, every family's different. So we just put that as a recommendation and then encourage people to come on in and meet them for yourself. Want another one? Can you sit? Can you sit? Do you know sit? Sit. Good, sit. She takes it to her bed.
So Tom and Stephanie, if we have viewers that want to get in here, make a difference, maybe they want to donate, maybe they can't financially donate, but they can volunteer, maybe they're ready to adopt, how can they find you?
The best way is to go to our website, Wendy, www.arl-iowa, spelled out, .org. We have our Pets for Adoption, all of our programs. That's the place to go.
Wonderful. Well, hopefully we can start making some difference in these pets' lives.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, guys.
The Downtown Des Moines Farmers Market connects urban and rural communities and supports farmers, artists, crafters, and bakers. Now, there are over 200 vendors and 18,000 visitors each Saturday. They buy fresh produce, fruits, vegetables, meats, anything, you name it. Now, I have 3 rules when you're coming to the Downtown Des Moines Farmers Market. Number 1, dress comfortably. My second rule for the Downtown Farmers Market is to try something new, and I'm trying these. And my number 3 rule is to eat your way through the Downtown Des Moines Farmers Market, and that looks delicious. One of the great things about the Downtown Des Moines Farmers Market is that it supports farmers. Usually you think of coming to the farmers market, picking up produce, and taking it home. But I'm here with Patrick Corey, and we have something different going on here. Patrick, can you explain what's going on?
Well, I've got a lot of different varieties of tomato plants, probably like 40 varieties here this morning. I've got quite a few heirloom tomatoes, which is old-fashioned open pollinated seeds that have been saved by different families through the generations.
So people can actually buy these plants and then they take them home and plant them and they will get these kind of tomatoes?
Yes, that's the plan anyway.
So do you prefer that people plant them right away, or can they leave them in the...
They can leave them outside as long as they take care of them, because they're in bigger pots, and they like to get hardened. They call hardened off if you gradually put them outside and let them get used to being outside. So I start them in like a greenhouse and then put them in a cold frame, and then I put them outside.
And what's your favorite tomato?
Well, I don't have a favorite one, really.
You like them all, don't you?
Just as long as it grows good.
Well, thanks for joining us today. Okay, this is an awesome place here, maybe one of my favorites, because I love breads and I love pastries. And we are here with Frank, and he is the owner of Big Sky Bread. Frank, how long have you been at the farmer's market?
9 years now. This is our 9th year.
Great. Well, what are some of the products you have?
Well, today we've got a huge assortment of cupcakes. We have our Dutch letters, pies, cookies. The big sellers are going to be like the coffee cakes. We do a lot of those. In the breads, we've got a lot of focaccia breads and about 25 other varieties, and of course our Iowa famous granola.
And where do you do all the baking?
We're at 70th and Douglas, Urbandale. Yep, everything's made from scratch right there.
Well, great. Well, it's a wonderful day out here, and I wish you the best of luck today. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, you betcha. Thank you.
I'm here with Darla from Gingerich Amish Baskets. Darla, can you tell me what you have for sale here today?
Yes, these are baskets woven by Amish families down in southern Iowa, down around by Lamoni. And most of them are signed and dated, and what makes them extra special is that the children weave, they put their age on there.
Perfect.
Like this one is woven by Jacob, age 10. So it makes a nice keepsake. People like them for gifts because it's something unique. And most of them are very functional. You can use them for more than one thing at a time. And I know all the families, and that's what makes them really neat. Like Jacob is dark-haired, dark eyes, and kind of quiet and shy. And I first met him when he was just 3. And so I've known him for 7 years and gotten to know him. So it makes it fun. And anything can be custom ordered. You know, if somebody wants a lid or dividers, they want different colored accent stripes, anything can be custom ordered. So that's what people really like also.
All right, great. Thanks, Darla, for joining us today.
Thanks. Have a great day.
You too. The Downtown Farmers Market is a great way to spend a Saturday morning. You can eat and shop and eat some more. It runs every Saturday until October 27th, so get down here and check it out.
Follow DSM Living on Facebook and Twitter to see behind-the-scenes photos and find out what events are going on in and around Des Moines. We're here at West End Architectural Salvage for my very first DIY for DSM Living. And because of that, I'm going to do one of my all-time favorite projects, which is to make a homemade magnet. So what you're going to need is, these are like a clear stone. They're about the size of a quarter. They're actually called glass gems. So you can get those at any craft store, kind of anywhere that sells, let's say, like silk flowers and things like that. You're going to need some kind of glue. I'm using Elmer's all-purpose glue. It dries clear. I like this, but you can use whatever you like. And you have to have a really good magnet. These are heavy-duty magnets. They're about the size of a dime. That way, when you walk by your refrigerator, everything doesn't fall to the floor. So they're going to stay on there and keep your stuff on your refrigerator. Okay, so then for the artistic part, you get to look through magazines. Maybe you have some old cards that you can find images that you like for your magnet. I have some magazines here. I actually cut out a few of the things that I'm using out of a magazine. And so I have my images, and I'm ready to start kind of cutting them. I forgot to say, you need a pair of scissors as well. So I'm going to cut them out and then kind of get ready to glue them to my gem. Hold it up and see about what size will work as you cut around it. And if you want, you can also use like a pen or a pencil, and by doing that, you can just trace. That way it'll be a little bit easier than what I'm doing. So we're going to just do like a bead of glue all the way around that circle. And then you're going to go ahead and just lay that image. It could be from a photograph too, if you have old photographs. So then you just kind of have to press it on that magnet, pressing it down. Right now, you can see the glue on this one, but it will dry clear. It's drying a little bit here. It's going to take a little bit longer, but I'm going to go ahead and put my magnet on the back of it. So I'm just going to do, again, a blob of glue right in the center. And now I'm just going to set that one down and let it dry. I'm going to move on to my next image, which looks like it's going to fit perfectly. And these are really fun to do with kids because they can go through magazines and old books and all kinds of things looking for their perfect image for their magnet. And I think a little is the trick. Next image, I'm creating a phrase. I got my last letter done. All right, so I have those all done now, and I'm just gonna let them dry for a few more minutes, and then they should be ready to go. Okay, this one looks like it's dry. That magnet's not going anywhere. And there you have it. Words to live by. Now you should try this project out and let us know what you think. You can always check us out on Facebook. If you have some good ideas for us, we always love to hear them. And if you haven't been to West End Architectural Salvage, come on out. This is my very first time here and I'm overwhelmed. There is so much to see. It's a great way to spend an afternoon.
It's grilling time, and who better to join us than Speed with Cookies. Speed, thank you for being here today.
Well, Mel, glad to be here. I'll tell you what, today we're going to do a pizza on the grill.
I love pizza.
They're simple to do on the grill. I usually start with one of the pre-made crusts.
Okay.
You can start from scratch if you want to, but the pre-made crust, and what we do is we just put a little bit of olive oil on it first.
Sure.
So we'll oil this one side down pretty good. Brush that around a little bit. And what you want to do is that helps soften the crust and also gives it a nice flavor.
Perfect. So what are we going to put on this pizza today?
Oh, you're going to find out.
I think you got a good surprise in store for me.
Now we'll just leave that on there.
Perfect.
And close the grill down, let the heat build up a little bit, but we'll leave it on there about 2 or 3 minutes is all it's going to take. And then once that side is crusty, we'll olive oil the top side, flip it over, and that's when we put the secret ingredient on it. What we do is we put pulled pork on the top, and you want to have the meat already somewhat warm and ready to go. And we've got, of course, our Nectar of the Gods cookie sweet hickory barbecue sauce on it.
I love it.
And so we'll put that on there, and then we use shredded cheddar cheese instead of mozzarella cheese.
That sounds heavenly.
So it'll be good.
I see we have a Weber grill here too. Do you cook on Webers?
Oh yeah, I use a lot of Webers.
Yeah.
Webers are really slick. You can pretty well control the temperature on them and stuff, and you can actually smoke too on a Weber grill.
Great. I think this one today is brought to us by Fireplace Superstore, so
You
they're
betcha.
helping us out.
You betcha. Let's take a peek at the bottom side of that. Can I have that
All right,
turner?
this
No, I
one?
want the turner.
The turner, all
Yeah,
right.
there you go.
All
That's
right.
right.
I kind of look like a novice in the kitchen. Sorry about that.
Now that's starting to get a nice color on the bottom side. Now we'll flip it over, and we'll put our goodies on the top, see? And then
The
it'll be
pulled
ready
pork.
to go. That's right, yep. Okay, we've got the pulled pork on there. We've got the shredded cheddar cheese on there. And then, of course, a little bit of the Nectar of the Gods, a little cookie sweet hickory barbecue sauce on it. And the reason I like to use the sweet hickory, it's just a little bit thicker. So here we are, we're ready to go. Let's chow down.
That looks great. How can we find this recipe?
I tell you what, just go to our website, cookiesbbq.com. You'll find this and a lot of other great recipes on it. And if you can't find it there, just email me, speed@cookiesbbq.com.
Perfect. I'm ready to try this.
Let's go.
Well, that's our show for you today. We hope you enjoyed it. We'll be back next week with another brand new show. In the meantime, you can watch this show and all other episodes at dsmliving.com or check us out on YouTube.
Host apparel by Francesca's, located in Jordan Creek Mall in West Des Moines.
Follow DSM Living on Facebook and Twitter to see behind-the-scenes photos and find out what events are going on in and around Des Moines. If you want to see your company or event on DSM Living, head over to our website and fill out a simple form or shoot us an email to info@dsmliving.com.
The money shot? We must look good.
What, did you doubt it?
No. And then, yes, there you go. And just smile. We've got the great weather, we've got the grill, and we've got Speed from Cookies. Cookie, thank you. My little cookie. My little cookie.
My little chocolate chip.
That's our show for you today. We hope you enjoyed it. We're going to be taking next Sunday off, but we'll be... He got me. Just a little slobber, that's okay.